Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you how to remake this beat for Stunna for Vegas long. I already got the tempo, but if you need to learn how to get the tempo, you just right click here, hit tap, play the song, and tap along.
Four times, it's the rich young. Superstar young nigga. Yes, sir.
And then the way that you find out if that's the actual tempo is make sure that this trim is all the way up, because if it's not, then there might be a little space here. You want to trim that space. Make sure that it starts right at the kick. Put the metronome on. Make sure the metronome's clicking on beat. And then you see these peaks right here, supposed to match up on the grid. So yeah, the peaks match up on the grid. The metronome sounds like it's on beat. And so that's how you know. Then what I'm gonna start with is the bass. So I'm gonna hit shift, click, and that duplicates it. Then I'm gonna do make unique. And then now the reason why I have two of these is because I want to hear the different notes in the bass. So I'm gonna have one normal pitch so I can do all the rest of the instruments, but just for the bass, I'm gonna have this one turn the pitch all the way up 1200 cents, and that raises the pitch up an octave. So now I can hear the notes. So otherwise it's gonna be really hard to hear the notes. Alright, so that bass is gonna be in my 21 Savage drum kit. I'll put the link in the description. It's free to download, so make sure you get that. It's gonna be this bass right here. Everybody uses this for all types of beats. So I'm gonna raise the key up so I can hear those notes too, and then we'll go just put it wherever this note is. Do pattern 1 right here, and then you can use shift and arrow to move it up and down, and then you can do control arrow to move it up and down an octave. So that's the exact note right there. Hold up. Yeah, so this 808 needs to get tuned a little bit, so I'm gonna tune it to sound more. And one way you can do it is like moving them side by side, so you hear this note and then immediately after you hear that note. So yeah, that sounds about right. I pitched it up a little bit. And then you can hear it's kind of hidden a little bit different. Let me see what I can do about that. So it sounds kind of like that. Yeah. All right. Now I'll work on the rest of the notes. Yeah, so it repeats, but there's a extra note at the end. So since these notes repeat, there's no reason to waste time clicking in each note. So I just put a copy of that, and then I'm gonna merge these clips together let's see where that is. Merge pattern clips. And then play it. Alright, so that's straight like that. Alright, now I'm gonna pitch this down an octave, so I'm gonna do control down arrow, and that should be exact. Yeah. Oops. All right, now I'm gonna work on the piano. The piano, I'm just gonna use purity for now, because it's low CPU. Just to get the notes down, and then if it doesn't sound exact, I'm gonna use like Nexus or Omnisphere to get the actual sound. So the first note is like, and then that's like a low note. So if you need to use this one to hear it better, then you could use that one too. Alright, I think it's that note. So I'm gonna do control down and listen. So there's some reverb, and then that sounds like a Nexus piano. So I'm about to just drop that in there. Let's see here. Yeah, it sounds definitely like a Nexus piano. So we'll drop that down an octave. And then I'm going to raise the release so that the note can kind of fade out more. There we go. Alright, and then I'm going to put this on its own little track. Do a little bit of EQ, because you want to make sure that the EQ is right with each instrument. You want to make sure that, because this is the bass frequencies, you want to cut out the bass frequencies, because you already got a bass going right here with this. So you want this to be in the bass area over here, and you don't want the piano to occupy that same space. It's gonna sound a lot more crisp. You see. So if I had that like that, you probably can't tell through the video, but it sounds way more clear if you cut out the low end on that. Alright, so I'm gonna add the rest of the piano notes.
Four times. 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 It's the rich young superstar. Four times.
Alright, so same thing with the bass. Sounds like it's gonna probably play the same pattern. Let's listen.
Rich young superstar, yeah, nigga. Hey, who said they harder than big?
Yeah, so same pattern over and over. So we're just gonna save space here and merge these clips all into one. So now I don't have to be pasting in individual like each clip. I just have it all on one. And let's hear how that sounds real quick. Alright, turn the release down a little. Alright, that sounds dope.
Four times. Four times. It's the rich young superstar, yeah, nigga. Yes, sir. Hey, who said they harder than big folk?
All right, so it sounds like there's what's it called? It sounds like there's a gross beat on the piano, but honestly, it sounds straight like it is. I'm not gonna mess around with that. So it sounds close enough. So there's like also a little you hear there's like a sweeping effect sound in the background. I'm gonna try to see if I can find something similar, but you know, with those, like, it's a kind of hit or miss. So I got a lot of sweep sounds and effects. Let me see, musical. Let's see what we got here. Let's try to get something similar and then see what effects I can do to make it sound even more similar. Alright, so that just sounds like one of these. And then with a gate on it. So a good plugin to get a gate sound would be, let's see, it's called Fruity Love Filter. And then they got some gates right here. Let me see. I'm gonna go through each one and see which one kind of sounds similar. All right, so it sounds like I think it's this one. Actually, you know what? It sounds like this right here. Sounds like they used gross beat on that effect, and then gross beat has some gates in it too. So like, let's see what gates they have, because it's like a 1/3 gate. Probably this. And then there's like a bit crush on there. There's a lot of effects on that. Alright, so I'm gonna just make it sound, I'll make it sound cool, but I'm not gonna make it sound like exact, because don't want to waste too much time. Alright, so that's definitely like one of these. I'm probably gonna end up using this one, but let me see what else I got. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up just using that one.
Hey, who said they harder than?
Alright, honestly, that's like close enough. All right, and then the all right, let me save this. I'm just gonna call it Stunna. All right, the sounds like the piano's too loud, but one way that you can find out if an instrument is too loud or not is you turn this knob all the way up. That's the stereo separation. You make it so that it's like so you want to mix in mono. So I'm gonna turn this all the way up. That makes it mono. So no stereo, and then pull it down, and then you listen to the beat. So you hear how the bass is way louder than the piano, and on here I put the piano like almost as loud as the bass. So I'm gonna pull that down. Yeah, that should be good. And then we'll listen to the effect right here, see how loud that is. So it's not really loud, but so we'll turn it down. Turn that down a little. All right, that should be good. And then now we're gonna get to these hi-hats and that snare. I'm gonna actually start with the snare because I already know what snare that is. It's gonna be in my snare folder, in my new school, and then hard. It's gonna be this one. And then make sure, like, if you see a little space in the beginning of your drum sounds, you want to turn the trim knob all the way up, and that makes it so that space isn't there. Because if that space is there, it's gonna throw off the tempo. It's gonna throw everything off. All right, so the snare is gonna be right in the middle here, and then we just copy like that. Then listen to this. All right, now the hi-hats. All right, so the hi-hats kind of got a little complex pattern going on. So I'm gonna merge these pattern clips right here, make it all one, and then start working on the hi-hats. The hi-hats is probably gonna be, let's see, it's gonna be like this one. All right, and then you just fill each two-step. That might be too fast. It might be 4-step. Yeah, so 4-step. 4-step. And then the hi-hats a little bit quieter, softer. Let's try this. And then again, like, you can put the so the hi-hat hits on this one and it doesn't hit on this one, so I can put one right here, and then on the song it's gonna hit here, and I have one right here, so I'm listening to this one and I'm listening to this sample that I just put right after, so I can compare and see if they sound the same, because they're playing right back to back. So if that makes any sense. So I can hear it's really loud. Like if it sounds like the same, like it's supposed to be there, like it's actually in the song, then That's how you know you got it right. So that sounds good. I'm gonna do 4. And then we're gonna listen to the song. Turn this up now. So it doesn't need to be that low anymore.
Big 4, bitch, my diamonds dance like harder than Big 4, bitch, my diamonds dance harder than Big 4, bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco.
Alright, now merge these and switches up a little bit over here.
Dance like a disco, dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you get close. 20 blues on me and my blick on.
Now merge these because it switches up a little bit over here. I'm gonna go in here. Then if you don't like how these notes are all tiny like that, you can hit Shift D. And that makes it, you know, like stretched out more.
If you get close, 20 blues.
So we'll put that.
If you get close, 20 blues on me and my blick on. My money long and my clips on. My money long and my clips long. Boy, you will get cute if you look wrong. Zip them up, make them pick out a tune. Can't on. My money long and my clips long. Boy, you will get cute. Harder than Big 4, bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you get close. 20 blues on me and my blick on. My money long and my clips long. Boy, you will get cute if you look wrong. Boy, you will get cute. Boy, you will get cute if you look wrong. Boy, you will get cute if you look wrong. Zip them up, make them pick out a tune. You can't reach me like hoe, I'm hot sitting on Pluto. Let's go. I got this beat from Hollow. I fill my 50 up with hollows. We in the fast.
Alright, so that's that pattern, and then it switches up again over here.
Beat from Hollow. I fill my 50 up with hollows. We in the 5-star with models. This little free like beat from Hollow. I beat from Hollow. Beat from Hollow. I fill my 50 up. From Hollow, I fill my 50 up. Beat from Hollow, I fill my 50 up with hollows. We in the up with hollows. We in the up with hollows.
Hold
up with hollows. We up with hollows. We in the 5-star with models. This little free like the gag and swallow. Say I should turn up her bottle. I having rats like I hit the lotto. We turn the one way to narco. My boy beat that pack out like he Harpo. Big dog gon' fit no kid.
Alright, actually, I think, yeah, it's going to be the same on each. Alright, let's hear that sound, how that sounds.
Big 4, bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco.
Alright, and then I'm just going to keep it in mono because I want to keep the levels like mix as I go, so I don't have to mix afterwards. That's usually how I make beats. Actually, that's like how I always make beats, is I keep mixing as I'm making the beat, so I don't have to go back. Because after I'm done with the beat, I'm pretty much off it. And it's on to the next one. So we hear a little bell sound. That bell sound is gonna be, I think, this. Actually, no. It's gonna be this one. And this kit's on my website too. This kit I use the most. This has pretty much all the sounds. Yeah, this kit has like all the sounds, and then these other kits have like the sounds condensed. Like these sounds you would only use in like these would be all the sounds that you would use in a trap one. But this kit has like all the sounds, like period. So the bell sound is gonna be in random perks. Nah, it's actually gonna be in trap ones. That one right there.
than a big four. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you get close. 20 blues on me and my blick on.
All right, and I do different tracks for each like type of sound. So this track is gonna be for all the perk sounds. So we'll put the bell.
Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up harder than big four. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you harder than big four. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you get close. 20 blues on me and my blick on. My money long and my clips long. Boy, you will get killed if you look wrong. Zip 'em up, make 'em pick out a tune. Can't reach me, little hoe. I'm hot sitting on Pluto. Let's go. I got this beat from Hollow.
All right, so then there's like a little like kind of like a bongo sound, I think. So I've heard that sound in one of my kids before,
Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco.
I don't remember where that is. I think it's gonna be in this one. Yeah, right there, right there.
Harder than big four. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Like a disco. Paranoid. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Bitch, my.
Alright. Now I'm gonna speed it up. Then we're gonna add another. Let's see, pull the time down.
Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you get. Bitch, my diamonds dance. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a. Bitch, my diamonds dance. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a.
Alright, so that should be close enough. I'll pull that out a little bit. Alright.
Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco.
Yeah, the piano's way too loud.
Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco.
And then I feel like this note is an octave lower. You know, all these guys, octave lower.
My diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you get close. 20 blues on me and my blick on. My money long and my clips long. Boy, you will get killed if you look wrong. Zip 'em up, make 'em pick out a tune. Can't reach me, little hoe. I'm hot sitting on Pluto. Let's go. I got this beef.
Alright, so that's all the perk sounds for that part. And then you hear right here, the snare pattern kind of switches up. So I'm going to make the snare pattern unique and then start working on that. So I think that's another snare. That snare is going to be in this kit right here under snares, then this one right here.
If I start with models, this look free like. I got this beat from Hollow. 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 I feel my. I got this beat from Hollow. I feel my. I got this beat from Hollow. I feel my 50 up with Hollow. I got this beat from Hollow. I feel my 50 up with Hollow. I got this beat from Hollow. I feel my 50 up with Hollow. We in the fast.
that should be straight. So right here. All right, and then let's hear what this part, and then usually these beats like repeat after a certain point, but I'm gonna hear what this part is. Alright, so this part is pretty much just you take this, copy it. You can do Control B to copy, and then I'm gonna take the snare track out.
Take them off, X amount, he the man in the middle. They heard I drop hits in center. I got hoes eating dick in the sprinter. I also got these bitch niggas mad cause they can't beat me, but if they play, I'ma kill them. Come on! Hey, who said they harder than Big Four?
Alright, and then there's the little sweeping effect sound. That's gonna be, I'm just gonna use this.
No killer. Rich nigga, op niggas mad cause they can't beat me, but if they play, I'ma kill them. Come on! Hey, who said they harder than Big Four? Bitch, my diamonds dead.
Alright, it sounds like it just repeats back to this part.
Hey, who said they harder than Big Four? Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you get close. 20 blues on me and my blick on. My money long and my clips long. Boy, you a
So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna listen and see if it actually, like, what is actually there and what's not. Hopefully it's exactly the same, but let's see.
Harder than Big Four. Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you get close. 20 blues on me and my blick on. My money long and my clips long. Boy, you will get killed if you look wrong. Zip them up, make them pick out a tune. You can't reach me like hoe, I'm high sitting on Pluto. He want smoke, then we give a bitch chemo. He high, we can't find him like Nemo. I set it off in this bitch like I'm Cleo. Okay, drunk on his ass, make him dance like he Neo. I'm having more cash than a little bit. I make her go down and deep throat. My little nigga slide to the week over. I just smoked the op in the pre-roll. I ain't sending no shots on the internet. Fuck nigga, I'm sending them steppers. IG beef and I don't like to get into that. Tech blitz like Julius Peppers. He step up and get stepped on. Fuck boy better think with his head on. My young boy trying to take his head off. He could give a fuck about a Teflon. Hey, who said they harder than Big Four? Bitch, my diamonds dance like a disco. Paranoid, I might up if you get close. 20 blues on me and my blick on. My money long and my clips long. Boy, you will get killed if you look wrong. Zip them up, make them.
Alright, that should be it, and then I wonder what this part is. Okay, so that's the end of the beat right there. So we're gonna cut that. That's pretty much it. Then like it's still in mono right now, so I'm just gonna try to get the levels real quick and make sure it's all the right levels. Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of reverb on that piano, so I'm gonna turn the, yeah, there's not even any reverb on this one, so I'm gonna turn that up.
Paranoid, I might up if you get close. 20 blues on.
Sounds like the snare's a little bit too loud. And this bell sounds a little bit too loud. Alright, that's pretty much it. Now I can take it out of mono, and then what I'm going to do is, you want to make sure that the loudest part of the beat is just under 0 decibels. So you just play it, and it's probably not what you're supposed to do, but I just put a limiter, turn the ceiling all the way up, and then put the gain up. until it's right where I want it to be. And then for the parts that go past the ceiling, I just put a soft clipper, because the snare is kind of going over that, and then we'll pull it down a little bit. That should be straight. Make sure to go download the kit. It's gonna be in the description. It's gonna be in the comment section. I might put it both in the description and the comment section. Why not? Yeah, it's free. Go grab that.